Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Valentine Lister. So excited to see you guys. This is my Major Arcana series. So today we are going to cover the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. Hanged Man. I don't know why I'm saying it that way. Anyway, today we're going to cover stuff you can't just look up in any old book. No. I did deep research into the secret symbolism of the card. I'm going to share it all with you, as well as we're going to look at the numerology, the astrology of the card, the astrological correspondence, as well as the upright meaning and the reversed meaning. So I'm going to show you 3 different versions of the cards, including the most popular Rider-Waite version, and I'm going to turn the camera over to that right now. Okay, the Hanged Man. What do we got here? All right. In the middle, we have the OG Rider-Waite version of this card, the Hanged Man. And on the right, we have the Light Seers deck, and then we have the Way Home Tarot. So the Rider-Waite is the most popular version, but it's not the first because tarot was an Italian card game in the 1400s. That's as far as we know, as far as history can tell us. And it was, played for fun, kind of like the game of life, I think. But anyway, it turned into a divination tool, like we see now. And so it's called Rider-Waite because it was published by publishers Rider and Waite, and the artwork is by Pamela Coleman Smith. That came out in the 1900s. On the right, this is the Light Seers deck, and I love this one because it's more like modern contemporary imagery. And this is the first deck that I used, and I love it so much. It's easy to connect to. I find that people I read for connect with it really easily too. So I wanted to show a variation of this card that you might see. And on the left here, I have the Way Home Tarot. And I love this version because it's associated with, it's a deck from one of the books that I read in order to learn tarot cards. And it's called WTF Tarot. And I put that in the description box below, like the links to the cards and also the decks if you're interested in learning more about them. So moving on to the numerology. So if you look at the cards, you'll see that there's the numbers 12 here. For the cards. So the number 12, what does that mean? Well, 12 is a combination of 10 plus 2. So it represents completion, right? 10 is the number of completion and new beginnings based on lessons from the past, plus perfection in duality. So another interesting thing about the number 12 is that there are 12 signs of the zodiac revolving around the sun in the center. And all great religions reflect this expression. So there's the physical sun in the cycle of the 12 months. And there's the 12 sons of Jacob who founded the 12 tribes of Israel. There's the 12 princes of Ishmael. There's 12 Olympian deities, like the Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. There's 12 apostles of Osiris, 12 apostles of Jesus Christ, 12 knights of King Arthur's Round Table, which is not a religion, but some people treat it like that. All right, getting into the secret symbolism of the card. Okay, so right here, the Rider-Waite version is based on what was called a pittura infamante, and that was an Italian defamatory painting, probably around like the 1400s. During the Renaissance. I wrote down here, during the Renaissance. So it was a picture displayed in public centers in Italy during the Renaissance. And so this was a political statement. And it depicted people the public wanted to punish, but they weren't able to do it. So it was like people who did something and they escaped to an unknown location, or politicians, or like people that the public or government didn't like. And so the power of this genre, right? The reason why this was like such a powerful thing in that time period was that it was associated with the feudal-based code of honor, where shame was one of the most significant forms of punishment. And we can understand that being on social media and you get canceled or something, right? That's like worse than some other forms of punishment, depending on the person, right? So this was like that, or it was like a political cartoon. Okay, so moving on to these wooden beams here, the wooden beams that this guy is hanging on. This is what's called a Tau cross because it looks like the Greek letter Tau. And the wood is the living tree of sacrifice. So it's like, it really is symbolic of like the cross, like Jesus was crucified on. Also in the Renaissance, crucifixion by hanging criminals from one foot was common. The beams also, they represent like male and female forces, right? So horizontal is the female force and vertical is the masculine force. Okay, so the legs form what's called a fill-fit cross, and that's another like popular style of cross during this time period. And his arms are forming a triangle, and the legs are crossed. And so it's kind of like what's supposed to be like an upside down triangle. I drew a little image of what I mean by a fill-fit cross here, right here. So there's a triangle underneath and then there's like a cross here. So he's kind of like making that shape right there. And so this fill-fit cross here is an alchemical symbol for transcendence. So it's like overcoming personality and transmuting the lower self into gold. So the thing is, he must eventually stand on his feet because like the symbol is actually supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be spirit overcoming the material or the physical self. Okay, and another interesting thing about this card, actually from A.E. Waite, one of the publishers, is that he says that his face is showing a deep entrancement and not suffering. This guy is not suffering because this card represents life and suspension, but it's life being suspended, not death. So this guy is an expression between the relationship between the divine and the universe. Other texts make an association of this figure to someone who is like a combination of God and man, like Hercules or Jesus Christ. And also notice the halo around the head, which represents a supernatural being or a saint. And also up here, last thing in this card is that we have leaves on the cross, which represent growth. Okay, so I'm going to move over to the light seer variation on this side, which had really cool symbols in here too that speak to this card. So this is a woman suspended from like trapeze fabric up here, which is so cool. I love it. All right, and so we have the halo again here, like the saint, but it's centered around her third eye. And her body is like kind of making a little bit of a tower cross that we saw. You can see like she kind of has a triangle here and a cross here. It's a little bit different, but very similar. So in this version, she's already in the alchemical symbol for the soul upright. So these green pants here that represent growth and healing, with like this green and blue aura, like showing compassion, and the shirt represents purity. And very cool here, I learned some rune symbols because we have a bunch of runes here on the bottom and I just had to know what they were. So this one over here that I'm pointing to here the symbol is Thurisaz, which means giant, and it means danger or suffering. And then we have this one over here. This one is phoneme, and its meaning is unknown. And then this guy here is Aqua Fortis. Okay, so this is an alchemical symbol, not a rune. And Aqua Fortis is highly corrosive and it's used to dissolve metal, but it cannot dissolve gold, right? Cannot dissolve the soul. Can't do anything for it. Oh, I thought that was so amazing. Okay, then we have this rune. This is a rune and it's Othelon. Okay, and that means inheritance, heritage, and nobility. The H over here on this side is Hagalaz. It's a rune symbol meaning hail, so destruction, victory. The X symbol over here, if you can see the X, is Gibo, rune symbol Gibo. It means gift, generosity. Okay, and then we have like the little arrow one here, and that one is Tiwaz, right in the center. It means victory and honor. Then we have like this one that's kind of like crisscross applesauce kind of over here. It's a rune symbol, Dagaz, and it means day, hope, and happiness. And then we have this symbol here, which is a rune symbol, Manaz, and it means man, augmentation, or support. So really thought that was cool. Okay, I'm going to move over to the symbolism over here. In the Hanged Man in the Way Home Tarot, and we have a chrysalis for a moth or a butterfly, and there's this cool little galaxy inside. So this represents change, transformation within the divine and the natural world. All right, here, I'm going to move on to the colors. Learning the colors is really important, guys, because you can actually read a lot in this card or oracle cards or anything, any divination. You go out into nature and read things. I saw a ladybug that was yellow, and because of the colors, I knew, like, the meanings. So let's get into it. We have light blue right here on the shirt, and we have some blue here. Blue represents mainly like compassion, real compassion, purity, serenity, and mental clarity. We have these red pants here representing desire, passion, vitality, and courage. A lot of courage in this card. Okay, then we have yellow on the halo here and yellow on the shoes. It represents the soul, creativity, optimism, and enthusiasm. Okay, then we have a little bit of orange. It's actually like the mostly the tree here. There's orange. Orange represents it represents warmth, energy, activity, drive, confidence. Then we have green. We have a lot of green here. We had green in the leaves here, and green represents healing, growth, fertility, prosperity. Then we have actually gray all in the background. Gray is super important because that represents wisdom, and that's the mixing between black and white. Then we have a little bit of white here, right? We have the white outlines, the white runes, this white bracelet. White represents purity. Her shirt too. Purity, wholeness, and protection. Then we have a lot of black in the Way Home Tarot. That represents power, the unconscious, wisdom. And then we have like, this is like really more of like a royal blue, the purplish, like, and that represents loyalty, insight, inspiration, and independence. Okay, the astrological correspondence of the card it's not associated with a planet or a zodiac sign. It's just associated with the element of water. So if you're a zodiac sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, this could relate to that. So it's associated with receptivity, earthly desire, connectedness, emotion, and transcendence. All right, and I gave this card a little nickname, okay? And the nickname is No One's Calling Me Back. And if you don't know why I gave this card a nickname, you got to go see my Major Arcana Made Easy video, because in that video, it's really important because I connected all of the cards in a story. And the thing you need to know about the Major Arcana and the cards in the Minor Arcana is that they're a progression of a story. So I explained that all in that video. I'm going to link it up here in a card. I'm also going to put it in the description box below. Go check it out. Okay, so the upright meaning of the card, very much so it means standing on your 2 feet. Wisdom, discernment, trials, sacrifice, intuition, divination, prophecy, spiritual action. So some examples to give you an idea of what that could mean. It's a call to follow a less materialistic way of life. It's giving up superficial pleasures, suspending ordinary activities, a clean break from someone from the past, major transformation from loss or illness, putting things on hold, letting go of a home, a job, or a relationship. Okay, so the reversed meaning. So if they come out reversed, they're upside down, just like that. Oh, wait, is that the hangman? It confused me. It got me. I was like, that's not upside down because anyway. Okay, so not everybody reads reversals, but important, if you do read reversals, you need to know that the energy is there from this card. It just means that it's being avoided or blocked. Could be being blocked by you, could be being blocked by another person, or just the universe is blocking it from you for a good reason. Okay, so if it is reversed, it could mean arrogance, preoccupation with your ego, absorption in physical matters, false prophecy. So some examples of what that could look like, but you have to use your intuition, right? But examples is not letting go of a relationship you know is over, not leaving a job or home you know you need to move on from. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on the Hanged Man. This is so cool, so much fun. If you liked this video and this Major Arcana series, just a reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for when I go over the next card, which will be the Death card. Also, if you want to catch all of the cards in the series and haven't yet, I'm going to link the Major Arcana playlist for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Take care. Bye. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for whenever I release a new video every single week.